Ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. I need everybody in the chat box. Clap now. Clap now. Clap. 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 Clap, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't seeing nobody clap. I don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the one and only. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the big time show that is being heard and seen live right now on so many platforms that you know by now I'm everywhere. So let's go ahead and get things popping on tonight as we have plenty to talk about on this here evening. Yeah, I ain't said nothing at all. I ain't posting nothing other than I was gonna do the show tonight. I haven't said anything because, you know, it's y'all know what I'm gonna talk about, right? It's something to talk about. You know, we we got something to shout about. Actually, y'all know why. Oh, you know why y'all playing with me? You know why? It's because the Dallas Cowboys lost their mind last night. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see it last night? I'm just trying to figure out. I need to see who all on here with me tonight. I need to know if you're here with me tonight. Cause the boys lost their mind again. Y'all forgive me, but y'all know that I'm sharing. I hope that you would do this as well. And let's see what happens here. Let's see here. Can I do this? Let's see if I can share anything. I cannot. Okay. Well, you guys share. Hopefully, we'll be able to eventually get people in here. What's going on? Let me see where you at. Who's on here? Is anybody on here? Yes, sir. Smoke. I see you. Hello to Apia Jeffrey. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you coming in. I see the fire and all that kind of stuff. What's up? Hey, what's going on? I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you popping in on the show. Hope you hang around with me for a little bit, whether you are a Cowboy fan or you are a Cowboy hater. It make no difference. Come on, hang with us, and hope you enjoy the show tonight. Smoke, I know you. I know it's rough living in Philly. You know what I'm saying? I know it's rough living in Philly being a Cowboy fan, but you keep walking with your head held high because we got something to hold our head up about. I'm going to get to it in just a second. I'm going to get to it. Damon Lofton, my buddy. What's up, sir? Thank you for popping in again. Damon, you starting to hang around and show a whole lot. I don't know who you are. Where you live at, Damon? I need to get to know you just a little bit because I'm glad that you one of the people. What's up, Joe? Oh my goodness, I got royalty in the building. I got royalty. I got Mr. Cowboy Nation himself, my buddy, my home guy, live right here in Memphis, who I need to do a show with together. You understand? You're in Dallas. There you go, Damon. No wonder. Oh, yes, sir. Man, I appreciate you popping in from Dallas. Jerome, my buddy, Mr. Cowboy Nation himself. I'm gonna go ahead and get to it right now because we got a lot of ground to cover, but if we cover all the ground, we're gonna be here all night long. So we ain't gonna do that. We're gonna cover some of the things that I think that we got to talk about. We got to talk about. All right. Let's talk about this. Number one. One of the things, and I'm gonna start it on a negative note. All right. I can't help it. Y'all know how I am. We can talk about the good, but we can talk about the bad. Here's what I'm seeing in the tenure of Mike McCarthy. All right. And maybe we're a little spoiled, but it's still consistent. And it's this. Why do we always, or majority of the time, When I say majority, I'm saying at least 85%. Why is that the offense always gets off to a slow start? What's up? What's up? Yeah. What's up, coach? What's up, coach? Yeah, Anthony Davis been clowning. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, he been off the chain, no question. You don't question, coach. He been lighting it up. Listen, why is it that? What's up, Greg? Appreciate you popping in, man. Why is it that I ain't just talking about, I'm talking about since McCarthy has been here with Kellen Moore. Why is it that we always get off to such a slow start? It's been rare when we come out on fire. You see what I'm saying? It take us a one or two drives before we finally crank it up a little bit. And by that time, we've given teams a little bit of hope. That's what happened last night. Got out to a little slow start, no rhythm really, but the defense was so good that they couldn't jump on us, like crazy. Uh, and then you weren't expecting the Colts. Only thing we worried about, me at least, was Jonathan Taylor. I wasn't worried about Matt Ryan because I didn't seen Matt Ryan all year, and his book says even when he was younger that if you put pressure on him, he gonna fold. That's what we saw really essentially last night. That's the nutshell of the whole thing, is that we started off slow, then we warmed up. Defense was consistent pretty much the whole game. And then the fourth quarter, obviously, what everybody's talking about today was like an avalanche that just fell. And it wasn't nothing nobody could do about it. I mean, they do it. Last night, you saw something what we learned today. I don't know if you heard about it. There was a small discipline issue why Ezekiel Elliott didn't start. Don't know why it was that. Really don't make a difference. Zeke still ended up with his usual carries, but that's the reason why Tony started off. Some of y'all want Zeke to start it off. Some of y'all want Tony Pollard to start it off. It is what it is. Uh, it's really about your preference. I would have loved to see Zeke start it off, and then Tony, you bring it in with that shift. That's what works for us. I believe that's really effective because you got to get adjusted. See, if you start off with Pollard, that's the game changer. You bring in Zeke later, it slows down. You see what I'm saying? The power is there, but it slows down. That's me now. Y'all may disagree. I get it. I want Zeke to start it off, give him the power, give him a little speed that Zeke have. And then when Pollard get the ball, they so used to Zeke coming, that speed that Pollard got just blows them away. That's the shift that you need. That's me. I don't think you need to wait to no third series. I think you need to just incorporate it in as you keep going. You see what I'm saying? I'll take that. However, Dak Prescott, and I'm just giving a little, overview. Really not trying to go in depth except really in one position tonight. That's all I'm gonna go with. Dak Prescott, um, good game. Only threw for 170 yards. That's all he needed to throw for. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's all he needed to do. That's what we've been saying all the time. We ran the ball incredibly last night. That's what we've been wanting. They did it last night. Everybody, um, everybody was was on point as far as running the ball. However, where we have a problem with, and I hope you guys are noticing this. Forgive me for not looking at the screen. I'm looking at the Podbean screen right now. I know some of y'all got to be chatting, and I haven't looked at it, but I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any comments on Podbean as well. So forgive me if I'm not reading your comments or whatever. I'm coming straight to it. Just give me a second. I'm just going off the top of my head. I got my notes here. one of the things that we have to start doing, y'all, is just my opinion. These plays that are scripted, and it's obvious that it's scripted. I think McCarthy does that. It's obvious that Kellen Moore did, the first 10 to 20 plays is scripted. They're going to run that regardless, and then they'll start making adjustments. Man, forget them scripted plays. Forget them. Forget them. If you're running the ball and these guys get 6 yards, starting off, come back, run the ball again, get 5 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, put them scripted plays away. These guys knocking people off the line. Go get them. I mean, just run the ball. I mean, forget that. Forget all the little screens and the little cute running play to CD to start off and all. Hey, stop it. I don't like them scripted plays. That's just me. Y'all might like it. I don't. And if you do them, get off of it. You ain't got to run 20 straight plays of your scripted plays to get a feel. You got your feel. The offensive line blowing people off the ball 6, 7 yards. That's on the script you need to see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's me. That's me. Hey, David Burns, appreciate you. I don't know who you are, brother, but I appreciate you watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. I'm coming to to all these comments that I'm seeing. Wow, y'all talking to. Let me see what's going on here. Coach Price said not good script. What I just say? See, me and Coach on the same way. Like, I ain't even read this thing. He said not good script game planning on offense. Defense trying to figure out the other team means attack. That's why slow starts. Didn't I just say about the game script stuff? Thank you, Coach. I mean, I didn't even read it, so we on the same page there. David says now if the Cowboys play like they played Sunday night, then it will really be good game next game. Really be a good game. Well, I think we're what we're showing is, ladies and gentlemen, we can win however way you want us to play. Even though I don't want them passing, but we are effective. We're effective. It's no question about it. We can do it. The facts and the stats say that ever since Dak Prescott has been back, the Dallas Cowboys are the number one offense in the NFL. Ought to be used to it because that's usually what the Cowboys are. The number one offense in the NFL since Dak has been back, averaging over 30 points a game. And let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even want to talk about him tonight, but all that is without Odell Beckham. So, I know y'all want to talk about that, but I don't want to talk about people that ain't here yet. That's just the way I feel about it. Personally speaking, I know some of y'all gonna disagree, but I really don't want them. We don't need them. We scoring like crazy. I mean, hello. Yeah, we might can do better, but I don't want me personally. I don't want another weapon for Kellen Moore to say we need to throw the ball more, take away from the running game, and the system that is working. The system that is working is that we're running the ball. Dak Prescott 20, last night he had 30 pass attempts. That's what I don't want. I want him between 22 and 27 myself. But, 30 was all right. He ain't throw for a lot of yards. He was true dink and doink Dak last night. Made a few plays to CD, of course, that was, intermediate type throws. But overall, he was dink and doink Dak last night, and it worked because of the running game that we had. So I'm not knocking Dak at all. I think he played a very efficient ball game. I think he played a real good game. You can't argue with it. Threw 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. On a lighter note, he passed Roger Staubach last night. Some of y'all ain't gonna like that. A lot of Cowboy fans just got another reason to hate Dak Prescott because he passed the great Roger Staubach. And that's another whole that's another whole argument by itself of why you hate that like that. But I ain't gonna get into that at all tonight. I'm just gonna go with that. That's offense. Our offensive line, ladies and gentlemen. Offensive line. Let me tell you something. They can move people, and I'm saying it lightly. I'm talking about they can move people. Terrence Steele is blowing people off the ball. Zach Martin is just being Zach Martin, so you know what that means. But let me tell y'all a trick that you saw last night, and maybe we got to get on all 22 just to see how really effective it was. But when they put Jason Peters at left tackle, or and move Tyron Smith, Smith to left guard, let me tell you something. The earth moved because there wasn't nothing the coach could do about that. Jason Peters has plenty of juice left. As old as he is, I think he's 40 years old. He was flat out. And when he got in, I paid close attention. I really didn't even see the play. I looked at Jason Peters against his man. I wanted to see, is he moving people back the way I was used to seeing him do it. Man, Jason Peters was blowing people off the ball. Smith is awesome. That left side was just brutalizing people. I'm telling y'all. And here's the thing. Just like Jerome just said, we got something coming. I hope his body can hold up. He usually can't hold up too long. Appreciate you, Stephanie. Hey, watching from Dallas. I got a lot of Dallas people in here tonight. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for popping in. Let me tell you something. What Jerome just said right there, if Tyron Smith is anything like he once was or whatever, it's really fit to get crazy. Because we already know, Tyron Smith just don't call no screen plays for him because he can't get out there no more. You understand? He can't get out there to get out west like that. He just can't. That's not him anymore. But when you got him moving forward, Tyron always have been knocking people out. That's all I'm going to say. But Jason Peters and Smith, let me tell y'all, it was wonderful what I saw last night. This offensive line have taken on the challenge of saying we're going to dominate. That's just the bottom line. And that's exactly what they are doing. You saw it last night. It's continuing. And here's the thing you ought to be excited about, Cowboy Nation. It's been consistent. It's been consistent. The running game pretty much has worked all year long. That's because they've been knocking people out all year long. And it's getting better and better and better. Let me move because I got to give y'all some time to talk to on the phone lines. Defensively, what else can we say? What else can we say? What else can we say? You're right, David. 33 points is insane, and the defense had a lot to do with that last night. Let me tell you something. What else can we say about this defense that hadn't already been said? Here is the thing that you ought to be excited about, and then I'm going to talk about this one area on the defense, and then I'll get out of the way tonight because some of y'all watching Brady and the Bucks play the Saints. I understand that. Let me tell you what I'm excited about. What you ought to be excited about is people like people that are young players, the linebackers, Bland, the cornerback. You ought to be excited because they are stepping in and playing like veterans. And let me say this. God bless. Listen to me, y'all. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm being whatever. Y'all know how I feel about Anthony Brown. I think he's getting his brains kicked in. I mean, he's solid, but he always end up letting the guy get behind him. God bless Anthony Brown because no matter how much we've knocked him, when you look at his stats, however, you'll see that he's really one of the better cornerbacks in the league. Okay. So, but he tore his Achilles last night. For those that do not know, he is out for the rest of the year. a starting cornerback. Let me tell y'all this. Could it be, however, God bless Anthony Brown. Hope he recovers. Um, hope he recovers. Achilles ain't no joke. Um, hope he come back and be the same or better. But when you start talking about Achilles in any sport, especially with all the cutting when shifting in football, that's gonna be a nice little it's gonna take some great rehab, great positive attitude. He's gonna have to get the job done. But watch this, y'all. With Brown going out, could it be that this defense is gonna even get better? Think about that for a moment. One thing about it, let's do this. Let's just play this. You pretty much saw Kelvin Bossman Joseph play cornerback last night. He gonna have to step up. He really is. He's gonna have to step up because we're gonna be dependent upon him for the rest of the year. Okay. But let me say this about Kelvin Bossman Joseph. When you watch the all 22, for those that watch it, what you're gonna see is Dan Quinn let him play in his strength. What is that? Kelvin Joseph is a press cornerback. If you're those of you that are watching the game, watch him as he always play the press. Always. He never plays back like Diggs does. He gets right up on you so he can put his hands on you. Now, that may work sometime, and sometime it may not work, but here's one of the things that Kevin Joseph has that makes up for slight mistakes. He got speed. He's super fast. He's way faster than Anthony Brown. Super fast. He's big for a corner and long for a corner. He's physical. You put another physical guy on this defense, you're starting to make this defense look very, very intimidating. He's going to get a lot of work because they're not going to test Diggs, okay? But I believe Kevin right. However, how about this one? Bland? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mr. Bland? Oh. That's another weapon. I ain't talking about because he picked off 2 balls last night. I'm talking about he is in the right place. It seems like on every play, he is a blitzer. He can blitz. That's why a lot of y'all want him to move outside. It's not going to happen because Kelvin Joseph is too stiff to play inside on the slot. Hello. So now we get into real football talk because a lot of y'all saying, put Bland out there. Let Bland be the second cornerback. Let Boss Man go to third. Let me tell y'all something. If you put Boss Man in the slot, you're going to get destroyed. He's too stiff. You got to have some wiggle in your hips. Now, if you ain't play, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm going over your head, and I'm really not trying to, but I played the game, and some of these guys that you see in here, they played the game. Kelvin Joseph is not a slot cornerback. He's not. He's not. And that would be a big mistake if you gonna do that. Bland needs to be our third corner, and he also is a dynamic blitzer. And here's the other thing. He is physical. So what's getting ready to happen because Anthony Brown went out, you're putting 2 more physical players who don't mind hitting you in your mouth. You're getting ready to put them on the field with a defense that is physical. I hate it for Anthony Brown. God bless him. God bless him. Praying for that the doctors, do the right thing with him. Hopefully he heals. But let me ask y'all, I'm just trying to get y'all to see something. This defense just made through an injury. Just might have gotten better because of the injury. Again, I'm not cheering for Andy Brown to be hurt. But let me tell you something. The more I get Bland on the field, I'm loving this. Last night, he been doing this since preseason, for those that remember. He been doing this since preseason. Picks, always physical, always in the right place. This is the kind of guy you want on the field. Hello. And as far as our linebackers go, oh my God. Mr. Number 33, the man I got, every time I see 33, I think Tony Dorsett. Forgive me, have a brain fart right now, but I just forgot the young man. Now I'm a little older, y'all. Y'all forgive me. My brain don't work sometimes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The guy that came back from the injury. Somebody type his name in real quick because I can't think of it right now for some reason. Help me out, Jerome. You in here. What's my linebacker name? Number 33. The one that came from LSU. The one that's hitting people. The one that's in the right place. The one that's fast. Another fast physical guy. No, it's not Damon Lark. That's not him. What's his name? Y'all help me out. What's number 33 name? Damon Clark. Thank you, Doc. There it is. Mr. Clark? Oh, my God. So you telling me that Brandon Barr didn't look right to me last night. He didn't look right, okay? Thank you, Greg. He didn't look right to me. He played, but he didn't look right. But when Clark was out there, and when Bland was out there, and when Kelvin Joseph was out there at the same time, y'all forgive me. This kind of stuff you got to look for. This was exciting me. Didn't they look like the defense was just super fast? I ain't even counting Donovan Wilson out there at the same. I mean, come on, man. Didn't they look like, a fast, super fast defense? Now, you might make some mistakes, but that speed out there was electrifying last night. When they were out there, oh my gosh. Oh my. This defense, one more time, y'all. One more time. I clap myself because I clap myself. I clap, the crowd will clap for me. Listen, I'm going to say it one more time. God bless Anthony Brown. God bless him. I'm praying to God that, I don't know if he had a surgery today or is it scheduled for tomorrow. I don't know. But I'm praying to God that that he God heals him and lets him have a speedy recovery. But what the Cowboys are getting ready to find out, that this defense is going to be like lightning, and they are physical. See, when I say Anthony Brown, you don't think physical. You think good technique quarterback, cornerback, and you let it roll. You don't think that. But when I say Kelvin Joseph and he playing press coverage, you see what I'm saying? When I see that, when I see Damon Clark out there and he flat out lighting people up, huh? When I see Hooker, as someone just said out here, Hooker and Donovan Wilson, oh my gosh. Look, man. I ain't said Parsons. We know how fast he is. I mean, this team is really fast. It's been a long time since we had this type of speed now. And speed on defense means something, y'all. We getting ready to see it. So if you think this defense just got, if you think this defense is something now, I'm trying to tell y'all, I think we finna see really something real crazy here. That's what fired me up. Donovan Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Donovan Wilson deserves some Pro Bowl votes. Hello. Hmm? Who's playing better safety than him? I mean, tell me. I mean, I don't watch nobody else really but the Cowboys, to be honest with you. But it can't be too many more safeties playing better than him. I'm serious. Please show me. Please show me. Look. You better show me something real good. Because Donovan Wilson is playing his butt off. I mean, I'm just telling you. This defense is ready, man. They didn't sack the quarterback last night like I wanted them to. That's because Matt Ryan was trying to get the ball out quick. But the pressure that he had on him, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. He couldn't breathe. He was smothered all night long. They were coming like wild dogs. They were coming at him. That's why we had to turn the tackling, going for the football, the fumbles. Look, this is why y'all to be excited because that type of defense travels. I don't care where you play it. This defense travels. They hit you in the mouth at their house, then they'll come and hit you in your mouth at your house. This defense travels. That's what's gonna happen. I don't care where we play. As we get look, I ain't said that, y'all forgive me, but I'm a Cowboy fan since 1977. So I done cried with them. I done cheered with them. I done had my head stuck up in the clouds when we won it all over the years. I've been low as the dirt when we lost, just like last year against San Francisco. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This team travels. A running game and defense travels. I don't care what you're playing for. And let me tell you something. Nobody ain't gonna want to see these guys. Now I ain't gonna say playoffs yet. I admit it's looking that way. I admit there's a lot of football left. And as we saw with San Francisco yesterday, really one injury can change your whole life. So we got a lot of football left. So I ain't gonna say playoff. It looked like we gonna make it for the second year in a row. I'll say that. And if we do make it, trust me, your division leaders, Philly, uh, uh, you know, David Burns. I see you, brother. I'll come back to you in a second. When we start talking about Philly, they don't want to see us again. Trust me. Tampa Bay, Brady don't want to see this, and he can't move. He don't getting rid of the ball quick, but he don't want to see this. Huh? Seattle or the 49ers. The 49ers may want to see us. I give it that because they just as physical. They are now, you ask me, they are the most physical team in the game. So they don't mind. They probably want to see us. But we sure want to see them. Okay. The NFC North, the Minnesota Vikings, I ain't got to say nothing. Minnesota do not want to see us again. No, sir. No, sir. They don't want to see it. So this team is dangerous. That's what I'm really trying to tell y'all. Only 3 penalties last night. How about that one? Only 3 penalties last night. Only 3 for the Dallas Cowboys? 3 penalties? Oh, man. We can win. That's why you got 54 points put up last night. You ain't had no penalties. I mean, it's just pure obliteration last night. That's all it was. Pure. Just pure butt kicking. Huh? It was, it is. Let me get to this comment because I don't know how I got it. Philly, I think Dave said the Eagles still got an Arsenal squad. Philly look good. Got to give them credit. They looking real good. I said it 2 weeks ago I think on my show. I don't think we're gonna get a chance to win the division. I don't think so. I don't think Philly gonna drop off. They playing too well right now. This is probably David. What did you say, David? That's funny, Stephanie. Y'all Cowboy fans make me laugh. As long as Jerry Jones running the team, in the words of Sean P. Diddy Combs, we ain't going nowhere. I don't know. Sometime, David, the talent overrides the management. When the team is so good, the management don't mean anything. The Cowboys are that good. This year they are. See, Jerry Jones ain't got nothing to do with this defense. This defense gonna knock you in your mouth. See what I'm saying? Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you pretty much. Thank you. Listen, it don't make no difference what Jared, Steven, whoever else you want to throw out. This defense don't care. That talent level, they're gonna bust you in your mouth. See, Jerry ain't, Jerry ain't got nothing to do with it. Long as them boys are out there on that field, they're gonna give somebody some real problems. See what I'm saying? The offense is that good. Terrence Steele gonna hit you in your mouth this year. You gonna move. Our rookie Smith, you gonna move. You got to go. You got to move. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Tyler Biadasz. Tyler Biadasz done played some solid center this year. You ain't heard his name at all. You know why? Because he ain't getting beat this year. You know why? Because he knocking people out. He knocking people on their butt. Y'all don't believe me. Y'all get the all 22. I'm telling y'all the truth. Once you go look at the all 22, watch how these guys move people out the way. If you ain't got the all 22, get your remote and rewind. If you watch the game, just rewind and just strictly look at the linemen. And then you tell me what you see. That's all you got to do. Huh? See, they're 9-3, y'all. Huh? They're 9-3. They ain't 3-9. You see what I'm saying? They're 9-3. That means they halfway know what they're doing this year. Stephanie Padilla says David forgetting that Mike McCarthy is running the team as head coach. Stephanie, I say the same thing to you. I'll say this to you, Stephanie. Sometimes in some games, the talent level will override coaching and management. That's what you saw last night. The Jerry Jones ran team, since y'all saying that, is 9-3. Pretty good, y'all. I mean, help me. Yeah, come on. I mean, we're not Philly. We're not 11-1, but I mean, we are 9-3. That's pretty good. And see, that's what I love about, the goalposts keep moving as the Cowboys keep winning. Y'all seen all them memes that have the Cowboys are happy in August and happy in September, then they start showing a little face change. Then they say we lose in November and then December. Now the goalpost done changed. We already done took care of November. Beating people brains out. Had a little slippage with Green Bay. Beating people brains out. Huh? Now we in December. We already done won one. Now the goalpost. Well, y'all, December is here. I thought it was November. Hello. I thought it was November. The goalposts keep changing. See? The goalposts keep changing. Now it's November. Then it's gonna change once we beat up Houston Sunday. When we beat up Houston Sunday and keep on moving, now the goalposts gonna change again. Here goes Cedric Moore. This is one of the ones I'm talking about. In November, the Cowboys, okay, we are whooped November. Okay. We took care of that. November over with. I think we lost to Green Bay. That's it. Now December coming, the tail whooping still being administered. Huh? I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Now all of a sudden they're like, well, December's here. The Cowboys, they fall off in December. The goalposts keep moving. Then you're gonna say in January, yeah, here we go. I thought we supposed to start losing in November now. That's what I thought. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. All right. This defense travels, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care who you are. I don't care who your quarterback is. I really don't care what your offensive line is. At some point of the game, we are going to get to you. It's been proven all year. You cannot stop this pass rush. You cannot. We even played the run pretty good last night. Jonathan Taylor didn't get 100 yards. Plus, when we started scoring, it took Jonathan Taylor out the game. That's how you really take the running back out. We scoring that you get behind. You just can't run the ball too much no more because you too far behind. And that falls right into our hands when got to do that. Because then my guys get to pin their ears back and come at you like wild dogs. That's what you saw last night. Huh? I'm enjoying. I enjoyed. I didn't expect that. I mean, you don't score no 33 points in the quarter. It was just one of those moments, where everything went right and everything went wrong. What's up? What's up, the lunatic? Everything went wrong for the Colts. When you get 33 points put on you, nothing went right in one quarter. Nothing. Usually be if you get 33 points in a game, nothing went right. These boys scored 33 in one quarter. The Colts didn't have nothing right. Nothing. So we got a reason to celebrate. We can't afford to lose a game because Philly keep winning. See, the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is this. The Cowboys playoffs have already started because they're trying to keep up with Philadelphia. They can't afford to lose if they talking about trying to catch them. You see what's coming? You see what I'm saying? The playoffs really have already started, and they playing like it. They're playing like it. Now, the Cowboys have a chance to stack another win. We got to stack wins because we trying to catch Philly. We trying to catch Philly just in case they slip before we play them. If they slip before we play them, then the game on Christmas Eve is going to mean who got first place in the division. That's what we're hoping for. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I don't think it will. But that's what we're hoping for. Huh? That's why we got to keep winning. The playoffs have already started. As long as Philly keep winning, we know we got to win. That's pressure. That's playoff football. We already there. You see what I'm saying? So we got focus already. So I'm happy that let Philly win. I hope we get them. I hope they blow up and lose one game. So when they come to Dallas, then all the marbles will be on the table. That's what I want. I'm looking forward to that. I hope that's the case. And even if it's not the case, it's still gonna be a huge game. David says we got an easy win against Houston, Texas. I don't know that. Any given Sunday, Doc. Any given Sunday. Yeah, on paper, the Cowboys should blow them out. We should beat the Houston Texans, but they got professional ball players too. They got number one draft picks over there too. They got, you know what I'm saying? So I don't look at football like that. I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like that, Mr. Burns. I just any given Sunday. We done seen it too many times. Huh? The lunatic says, big time, do you think this is a real good question, y'all? You think 7-7, Mr. Tyron Smith coming back against Houston or Jacksonville because he needs a ramp up before Philly? I'm gonna tell you something, the lunatic. I'm saying it just like Odell Beckham. I hate to tell you this. Look, watch what I say right here. Watch what I say right here. We really don't need him. I'm serious. We don't. Smith has done an excellent job, if you ask me, in his rookie year over there. Jason Peters, man, look, I don't know if you saw last night. When Jason Peters got in there, man, people started moving. Jason Peters got plenty of gas left. Now, I'm not saying that, Tyron Smith won't help us. He will. If he's Tyron Smith, without a doubt. That's a bonus. But just like Odell Beckham, we are 9-3 without him. We're moving people without him. Hello. The line is moving people without him. I mean, but I'm going to answer your question in fairness because you asked the question. I would prefer he come back against Jacksonville. Houston. Nah, I would want him to play against Jacksonville and then let him line up against Philly after that if that's the plan. He could be on the pitch count. You notice how the thing that what's up, G Poo, man? I see you. Lee, I see you, Miss Tweety. Listen, the thing that I'd never have liked most people that have played football or have coached football. One of the things that you have always heard people say is your offensive line, you need your best five and you need the continuity to be in place. You don't need to be experimenting and all that kind of stuff. The Cowboys have done things differently than what they went against the grain because they keep switching in and out. I don't get it. You switch in, you put Peters in, you move guard, you move Smith, Tyler Smith to guard, then you moving back to tackle, and then you moving back to guard. Then you bring Connor McGovern in to sub out for somebody. This ain't what you do. You usually keep your offensive line intact, let them roll the whole game. The Cowboys been doing this all year, and hey, as crazy it may sound, it's been successful. Now you better change it up again because if Tyron Smith is ready to play, trust me, he gonna be out there. I don't know if he gonna start the whole game because that's a lot. And we know he looked like he's in shape, but it's different between football shape and just regular shape. He looks outstanding. If you've seen him, he looked like Tyron Smith. But this is a lot. Now, the interesting thing that's gonna come out of this, y'all, is this second cornerback thing, which I think is really easy. But don't worry about Boss Man. Don't worry about Bland. I think that's your three. But here's the interesting thing. What if one of them go down? Now we get into the area of Israel and Wright. You know what I'm saying? Wright, the big tall cornerback. And if you notice Dan Quinn's style, he sure does believe in these guys because he sure run a whole lot of man defense. It used to be one-on-one. And I'm saying, like, okay, Kelvin Joseph is there. Are we going to let him be on the island like that? Because he got bait last night for one play. You know what I'm saying? So is there going to be a scheme change? Dan Quinn is known for running a cover three. He ain't been doing that this year. He been running a whole lot of man defense because, we sending folks in on the blitz. So you're going to have one-on-ones out there. So as we move up further and we start talking playoff football, okay, are you really going to be going one-on-one in the playoffs like this? I'm just saying. That's the only downfall, and I'm getting ready to open it up in a minute. That's the only downfall. The other last downfall that I don't like is these slow starts that we come off with. But that has to do with scheme, all these dang scripted plays. I can't stand it. Man, just start hitting folks in the mouth and move on. That's all I got to say about that. Overall, great win last night. Or win if it was by 1 point or by 40 points. A win is a win. And right now, that's all the Cowboys need to be doing. We ain't the number one seed. The truth be told, right now, we the fifth seed. We the top of the wild card, which means we going on the road. We need to stay there. If we can't win the division, and if we can't go to be number one seed, you automatically dropping to fifth seed. We need to stay there. We don't need to move up. We don't need to move down. You can look, ain't no sense of trying to avoid nobody. When you get to the playoffs, if we get there, you got to just go to work. Whoever it is, you got to go to work. It ain't no hiding spots. If it's Frisco, let it be Frisco. If it's Tampa, we got to go to Tampa Bay, even though everybody's scared of Tom Brady in the playoffs, rightfully so. I get it. I get it. I done watched it for 20 years too. Tom Brady in playoffs is a difference, but you can't avoid it. You know, such thing as, hey, let's just try to, we don't want to go to Tampa Bay. Well, you got to go somewhere. You either going to Tampa or you going to San Francisco. As the 5th seed, you're going to play the 4th seed. So that means the lowest division winner, that's who you're going to see. That probably is going to be Tampa Bay. Yes, that means we got to go see Mr. Brady starting it off. And a lot of y'all, even Cowboy fans, going to say, well, hell, and y'all one and done. We'll see. We ain't there yet. We got 4-5 more weeks though. Okay. We'll just wait till that time come. As of right now, I'm saying it's gonna look like it's gonna be Tampa. So if it is what it is. But right now we ain't doing but getting better and better, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. We getting better and better. If we playing the Colts and say we supposed to well, y'all played the Colts. Okay, guess what? Beat them like you supposed to beat them. That's what we did last night. If we playing the Texans this week and y'all think we supposed to rip them apart, well, then let's just rip them apart. Beat the teams that you supposed to beat them the way you supposed to beat them. And that's what they're doing. So I don't care. Y'all care about the look, we ain't set the schedule. We didn't set the schedule. All we got to do is stack the wins up. Stack the wins. We trying to keep up with Philly. That's really what it's all about right now. Stay close to Philly. Make them feel some heat. Make them feel like if y'all slip up, y'all know y'all got to come see us. That's really what this is all about, in my view. We got to stay close to Philly to keep some pressure on them. If we lose one game, the Philadelphia Eagles gonna have a dang near 3-game lead. Division will be over with. The Philly ain't gonna lose 3 more games. It'll be over with. We can't afford to lose. We can't. We got to keep the pressure on them. Hopefully we can get a miracle. Hopefully they'll lose. Then they got to come see us. Then we'll find out. Yeah. What's going on? All right. I'm opening up the lines now. Go ahead and call in. You see it on the ticker there. You can call in. Podbean is there. I already see. My coach is calling in right now. Let me bring him in. Let me turn the music down before I get the crunk up. Hold on a second. I think I hear him in there, but let me get this music down. And I think I got it down. Coach, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Big Show.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me formally introduce you. My coach is in the building, the one and only Coach Marv. He's in the house, and you might as well get ready for it. You know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Marv is in the building. There he is.
Yeah, Big Show, we got to get.
Here you go. What's up, Coach?
We got to get. What's going on, man? We got to get together and do a show too, man. Listen, I just want to unpack a couple of things. This couple of things that you. First, I want to talk about the offense, and I want to explain my comment. And you hit me, and you were thinking just alike. On yesterday, when we were doing our live telecast, I mentioned before the game, and I mentioned during the game, as well as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, that our scripted game planning during the weekend, and what I was saying about that is when you go in it, when you script a game plan, you basically breaking down the opponent and you breaking down what's going to be, what you're going to try to attack and try to see what you can do with a team in the beginning, and and trying to kind of guess what their adjustments are going to be to you. And you script a game plan of maybe 10, maybe 15, sometimes almost up to 20 plays where you script a game plan where you go in and you run those plays and you try to attack different areas, and then you come back and you say, okay, you chart those and you say, okay, this is where we go and we see the adjustments. I think our scripted game planning during the week It's a little off because I think we're scripting a game plan based off um, what we just maybe overthinking it with our script. But this is my main point about that. As you go through a season, a coach knows what gets his team going. You get a feel about what gets your team going, and sometimes that changes every year. It's a certain player you get going. It's just a motivational type thing where you see where what gets us going. What's the thing that gets us in the flow, get the sweat going, get us going, and then we build off that momentum. Zach Martin has said many times in every interview that he's said about getting the running game going, it opens up everything else. Ezekiel Elliott has said this. Tony Pollard said that in this interview. All these guys know that getting into a physical style of play early and being physical and just getting that physical play first, it opens up everything else that we want to do.
Yeah.
Not saying that we got to be just pounding the ball like we just going like we just just forgetting about the past, but build things off of being a physical first, a physical presence to this offense first. And I think sometimes we go out and we get out and we start with a finesse presence to our offense, and then we have to work our way back to a physical presence, and then you see our offense get going and get really rolling. Like this last game when we came in we ran the ball a couple times with Pollard. We tried to throw the ball. When we brought Zeke in the game, we got those 2 runs. Next thing you know, we going down and we scoring. And it was just that physical presence of getting into the game. And I think we need to evaluate our team and see what our team does to get going. And we need to listen to our stars. Our stars tell you the tempo and the temperature of your team.
Yeah.
So if your main star, Zach Martin, tells you and keeps over and over emphasizing something, you lean towards what he's talking about because he's in the front line. Him and those guys are in the same mode. He knows what gets them going. And once you get the offensive line going, everything else feeds off of them. So that's why we need to listen to him. And then with our defense, when you have a good defense, teams are going to try to switch up things, stuff you might have seen on film. They may try to come up with some type of different formations, different way of attacking. And I think our defense is what we do is we adjust very well, and we figure them out. And once we get their pattern of attack in our minds about what they're trying to do, we start squeezing them like an anaconda. So
choke them out.
That's the linebacker play. LVE had 1 tackle.
Horrible.
In the game. I think Barr didn't play, but now when we talk about Barr, if you watch the tape on that, Barr is what Quinn likes about Barr, and what Barr does very well is play on the end of the line of scrimmage and setting the edge. He is an excellent guy of setting the edge on the rush. As well, when you blitz the linebackers, you've seen in the game that when you blitz Barr is a blitzing linebacker. He gets pressure when he blitzes. Now, when you blitz LVE, you don't get the same amount of ferocity that you get when you get Barr coming in there, of knowing how to get to the quarterback and fast and faster, as well as knowing how to rush. He's not allowing people just to block him. He gets when he rushes from the middle, and as well as he sets a good edge when they go into that linebacker package where they got him on the edge, and he does a good job of setting the edge. Now, when he sets the edge, you might not see him make a tackle. He may set it up for the defensive lineman to make the tackle. So sometimes we looking at games, sometimes we like, oh man, he's setting a good edge, but if he don't make a tackle, we say, oh, he ain't in the stat sheet. But his job is ultimately important for the health of the defense. And what I mean by the health of making the defense healthy and in their gap integrity. Now, when we look at the defensive back thing, um, I don't want the people out there to think that we're hurting because well, we're hurting, and Anthony Brown. Um, Listen, he gave up plays, but he's not. I don't think a quarterback has gotten over 250 yards against us passing in probably this season.
No.
Um, so Anthony Brown wasn't bad. He had problems with tracking the ball, and he lost a little confidence. I think Kellen Joseph, his aggressive style may suit him to be better at that. He may be better at tracking the ball because he's there. I just think that he's got to build confidence at the point of just playing.
Yeah.
He got beat down the goal line situation. Yes, you're gonna go man to man down there, and you're gonna be on the island down there. And this defense, when we're talking about bringing out safeties like Donovan Wilson and he making tackles in the line of scrimmage, you're gonna go man up.
Yeah.
If we gonna take Donovan Wilson aggressiveness out of him, then we're gonna be in these shell coverages. But if we want Donovan Wilson to be the impact player that he's been, they're gonna be on the island out there.
Yeah.
But what I think Quinn says is this: you're not gonna have time to do all these double moves, and you're not gonna attack these guys deep on a consistent basis because our pass rush is gonna deter a lot of that. So that's where the front end and the back end work hand in hand. And these guys going to understand back there as defensive backs is that, hey, I'm not going to be all out here all day to cover this guy for 5, 6, 7 seconds because you ain't got, but you got to make a decision quick because these guys are hunting and they always getting there. So that's going to help our defensive backs a great deal. And I don't want people to think that when you have Anthony Brown fall, that means you're going to have two guys that's going to have to step up. You're going to have to bring Nashawn Wright. And listen, I was not totally unimpressed by Nashawn Wright. He was there in position when he was in preseason. But I think, yeah, and sometimes he made plays. I think sometimes we discredit a guy like Nashawn Wright, but where is he going to play at? Yeah. Where is he going to get the time at? You got guys in front of him that's playing this well. So, yes, it's going to be limited. Now he got a lot of time in preseason. He got a lot of time. And I think that what their contingent plan was they didn't know they were going to lose a Jordan Lewis or Anthony Brown. But now these guys are going to step to the plate. And you made a great, interesting point. These guys are going to play well because you got a collective of guys playing well as a defense. And in my coaching career, I found out when you have a lot of good guys and a system is working, a lot of young guys can come in and step in and do well because of the motivation, the karma around them. So I think we're okay when it comes in. And one thing I know about Nashawn Wright is he comes in. He can't tackle. That was one of the things that very impressed me. He does tackle. And so he's going to get a chance now to take Kellen Joseph's job on special team because now he's going to be a gunner because Kellen Joseph, we're not going to put him as a gunner as much if he's playing defensive back because we don't want him out there gunning and then turn around and go play defensive back on the next play. So he's going to have to step up. So I think you're right when you talk about the defense and this team is getting better. I'm not pressed. I think a lot of our Cowboy fans are pressed about catching the Eagles. If you look at it, very few first round top seeds have won Super Bowls. So that's last year you had two teams that didn't win the division, right? That were playing in the Super Bowl. It's about getting hot at the right time and being a consistent physical football team. And one thing I'm learning about football these weeks, and I wanted the people to look at this, and this is the last point. The more physical teams is you watch these college bowl championship games. Even you watch this the NCAA playoffs. Even when you start watching these type big time games, as you get into this part of the year and the better teams, the teams that are the more physical football teams are winning these games.
Yep.
So that's what you have to impose your will. And I think yesterday was a example that we imposed our will on the coach till they broke.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do from this game on, from every game. We
Yeah.
want to be able to do what we want to do. We want to impose our will physically on teams and then let our speed dominate teams.
You
But
got
that's all we have to do. There's no need to worry about it. And there's nobody you're gonna bring in here today, tomorrow, that's gonna change and make this team over the top. That one person is not gonna do it. It's gonna take the sum of the parts. And the sum of the parts are working well together. And you're right. We have a tendency, we have something to be excited about, but we know we need to keep pushing, and we got a young team. And now it's time for Mike McCarthy to let some of that ferocity out on him, out of himself towards his team. And sometimes you got to be a little irritable now, Mike McCarthy, because now you need to set the tone for your players to know this is a serious matter, and we do not want to be like we would felt when we came out of out of the game last year in we was at home in San Francisco. So I think everything is falling in the right place, man. And I appreciate, man, everything you do, man. I appreciate your shows. I watched. I went back today when I was at the job, and I listened to y'all. I listened to y'all live stream
oh,
of the game, man. I just wanted to see y'all reactions and see if y'all reaction was the same reactions that I had when I was watching the game. And yes, man, a lot of stuff was on point. But I
yeah.
think this team is, man, we are so deep on the offensive line, man,
Yeah.
that and I'm saying that you're right about the big guy on the outside, the tackle. But you know
James
something?
or Peter.
Yeah, Peters. Peters got that 18 wheel cranked up. That 18 wheel was cranked up. Now
He's
let me
right.
explain something to you. Yeah, it was cranked up, and 18 wheelers. People, anybody truck drivers out there know. Once you get an 18 wheeler going, they tell you don't really turn it off because it takes too much to crank it back up. So you keep it chopping, and once you get it rolling, he got rolling, and then you could see in his swagger and his demeanor, it was rolling. Now he's 40 years old. Now his consistent play, game in and game out, you at 40, you're not consistent like that now.
Yeah.
But for a time for yesterday, his 18 wheeler was rolling. I think that they're doing a contingency plan. I think the Cowboys are looking. They say if we get another injury, we need to have all these guys ready to play and not have no kind of saying, not trying to knock any rust off them. We need to know what they can do. And the best time to do it is, not saying whether that's a competition, because I'm not disclaiming any competition out there, right? But at this particular time, when we start getting the control of a game, I think that's when you can really start letting these guys get their work in, because you're controlling the game and you feel like you got the game in place. And I think that's what they're doing with their roster. But
Yeah.
I'm not worried about anything, Big Show.
Yeah.
We're moving in the right direction.
I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you so much for the
I
gems and
appreciate
the
you,
knowledge
brother.
always, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Coach.
All right.
That's the one and only Coach Marv, man, who's a friend of the show and always dropping knowledge off. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this real quick. And you got to play the ball game on the field, okay? You got to. I don't care what your record is. I don't care if you got all pro at every position and the other team does not. I don't care about that. You got to play the ball on the field. You ain't play the ball game on the field. But, however, there are some stats that you have to pay attention to. and that ain't got nothing to do with the field. But what it shows is the strength of your team. All right, let's look at this. All right, check this out. Ever since Dak has been back, and it's only going up. So, there were games before Dak got played. And shout out to Cooper Rush again, who helped the ship, afloat while he was gone, won a lot of games, played well, game manager, he did that. But here are the stats. When the Cowboys with Cooper Rush were there, they were 27th in offense. It can't be disputed. That's just the truth. They were 27th in offense. Ever since Dak back, they've been number one. That's the truth. Number one. And the Cowboys have got to be. Somebody look it up real quick. I guess I could. Somebody help me out. Y'all help me out here. So I know what it's been like since Dak has been back, and we'll close with this. I want to know where. I'll help it out. I want to know where the Cowboys actually are overall offensively. I'm looking it up as we speak. Maybe somebody will beat me to it right now. I want to know where the Cowboys are offensively. I'm looking at it right now. Let's see where we are. I know where we are since Dak has been back. I know that. I know that. I want to know the team. I want to know the team where we are. And this is not helping me. What I'm looking at right now. Where are we, y'all? I guess offensive rankings. Somebody help me. I ain't looking. Y'all may already have it up there. I'm not looking. I'm just looking somewhere else. I want to prove 1 point and give you another reason to be excited. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know. Somebody look at it on their phone right quick. I want to know where we are offensively. I know where we are since Dak has been back. That's number one. But I want to know overall where we are because there got to be some type of balancing between y'all. Forgive me, but it just hit me. So I would have had it for you, but it just hit me. So the Cowboys have to have some type of balance in that because you can't dismiss the games that Cooper Rush had, where we were pretty low in offense, and you got to mix that with what we've done since Dak has been back. So that's what I want to know. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The Cowboys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are at the 11th ranked offense in the league. And according to, I ain't talking about, I'm saying total, and that's yards per game. I'm just talking yards per game. And yards per game, we're fifth. We're fifth. In passing, we're second defensively. Rushing, we down there. In the rush game, I ain't gonna even count it. We just down there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 20. We're 24th in rushing at yards per game in rushing. Excuse me. In points per game, we are third, which is the main thing as far as I'm concerned. We're third, and the Broncos are 17.0, and the Cowboys are 17.2. So one more big performance, which in the 49ers, of course, lead with 15.8. So really, let me tell y'all something. When you have the 11th ranked offense, let me see, passing yards per game, we're down there, which is what we want. In the rushing game, the Cowboys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're seventh in rushing. And then we're fourth overall in points per game. That's where the Cooper Rush effect come into play. We're fourth in rushing. I mean, in in points per game at 27.8. Let me tell y'all something. When you got a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense, please understand you got a real good shot in winning this thing. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling you. The Cowboys are going to be, before it's all said and done, probably in the top 2 or 3 in offense. And then when it's all said and done, they're going to be top 2 and 3 in defense overall. Now they're number 1 and number 2 in a lot of stuff on defense. Sacks, number 1, rushing, points per game. They're right now at number 3 in the league. Let me tell y'all something. When you get those type of numbers, number 1, you're gonna win a lot of football games. But number 2, if you got a top 5 in offense and defense, yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. That's why I'm excited. I can't tell you the last time the Cowboys had this. A number 1, in a top 3 or 4 offense, and then a top 2 or 3 defense. When does that happen for us? We always had the offense, but when is the last time we had a top 2 or 3 defense? Come on, y'all. This is why you got to get excited. I know everybody on edge, and a lot of us have been baptized into the Stephen A. Smith theory. What can go wrong will go wrong, and just wait, just wait, just wait. The Cowboys are, so y'all been baptized with that, and some of it has happened. But this year right here, and I know we got a little football left to play. I get it, but some of this stuff is going to be the same, y'all. This defense is going to be what it is. Now, offensively, there's still some question marks and play calling, et cetera, et cetera. We still got that going. But defensively, you can go and hang your hat up on that. This defense is only going to get better. It's getting better and better, and it's getting faster and faster. Huh? I see it, the lunatic. I found it. This team is getting better and better, y'all. And I'm telling you, you got a right to say, wait a minute, don't get scared of it because you ain't seen it like this before. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Embrace it. What are you embracing? We're pretty good. I know it's strange. We use the cardiac Cowboys, and no, we're pretty good. We are. That's what you need to embrace. Cause they sure are. The fans need to catch up and stop worrying. So look, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. We're pretty good, y'all. We're pretty good. I'm just telling y'all. I know it's kind of like, it's game by game, but listen, look, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. I'm excited. I ain't going overboard yet, but I take my team anywhere right now in any place. Let me tell you something. If we go play Seattle right now in the playoffs, in Seattle, the Dallas Cowboys are gonna be favored that game. Watch this. Now watch this one. If we play Tampa Bay right now in Tampa in a playoff game, Cowboys are going to be favored. Hmm? If the I even say this, if the Cowboys go play Minnesota in Minnesota, Cowboys are going to be favored. See, I'm just telling y'all. Now we got to go play San Francisco, then we may not be favored. Although there's a big injury that happened in San Francisco, I'm sure that may change the narrative a little bit. I'm just telling y'all, the Cowboys are pretty good right now. We got about 3-4 more weeks. Okay. I get it. Things can change rather quickly. I get it. I understand it. But as of right now, this is a very dangerous football team that you can take anywhere and they are going to do what they're supposed to do. That's all I'm saying. I ain't said Super Bowl. I ain't said, I ain't said NFC East. I'm just saying right now, this team is a very dangerous football team. That's all I'm saying. And that's why you ought to get excited. We now turn the page to Houston. I ain't taking nobody for granted. Beat Houston like they 20-0. I'm looking forward to another focused game this Saturday. This Sunday in Houston. In Dallas. Houston comes to town. We need to treat them like the team that they are. They're 1-8 football team. Huh? Okay. You're right, the lunatic. We got things to travel with. Well, I said this before. Defense and the running game, no question. We need to treat them like they're a 1-9 football team. Whether that's by 25 or 2. Just win. Exactly, Brian. I'm to the point where I almost need to say, and where I don't have to say it because the defense is intimidating. Mindset, they're gonna physical and they're gonna hit you, and that's what it is. We're at the point now where we are intimidating people on defense. A quarterback, I already know if you go on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 against our defense, you know what's going to happen. Hmm? Joe said, you think I don't think 49ers without Jimmy D is going anywhere? Well, first of all, to do that, Joe, what the 49ers do well, without beyond a shadow of a doubt, is they run the football well. Ain't nothing wrong with their offensive line. See what I'm saying? They ain't lost nobody. Ain't nothing wrong with their running backs. So all that young man got to do is hand the ball off. The 49ers still out of 49ers now. Now, Debo Samuel may suffer a little bit as far as, what he's used to. George Kittle may suffer a little bit because you got a Mr. Irrelevant as a quarterback. But, hey, if you saw him last night, he played within the system. 49ers still did what they supposed to do. They won. But what's going to happen to him is sooner or later you got to make the game fall in his hands. That's what I've always said about Jimmy G. Sooner or later, the running game ain't going to be working like that, and the game going to fall into Jimmy G's hand. Now we see he ain't going to be shielded by the defense and the running game. He going to have to make the plays, and Jimmy G never has done that. That's what's going to happen to this young man that we got now. There's a little tape out on him. They're going to get to him, and then we're going to find out. See what I'm saying? So, I don't know the 49, that defense, they still got it. They still got that offensive line. They still got them running back. So they're okay. See what I'm saying? We just got to do what we keep doing. Hmm? Brian says, change the play script for our offensive line. We will, as intimidating as our defense. Yeah, I said that earlier, Brian, that, these scripted plays at the beginning is getting us off to these slow starts. Once you see somebody get 6 yards on the first play and get 4 to 5 yards on the second play, forget your script. They're moving people. Go ahead and run the ball. Bottom line. Run it. All right. Appreciate y'all. Listen, if y'all go enjoy the rest of the night, let's watch a potential playoff threat. Finish watching Tampa and the Saints. I'll tell you what, I'll say this. If the New Orleans Saints pull this off, shoot, we may not be seeing Tampa or whoever. You might very well be seeing the Saints or the Atlanta Falcons. Okay. Y'all enjoy. Brady ain't just, dominant now. I'm just thinking he gonna pull it out. Because I haven't seen it too many times, but nobody ain't scared of Tom Brady now. Nobody. Nobody's scared of him now. All right. All right. Great win for the Cowboys. Big time win. Stack the win up. We'll take it. Let's get ready to go to Houston. Let's get ready for Houston. Let's get ready to punch them in the mouth as well. Let's get ready to stack this next win. I'll be with you guys on this Saturday for the preview show for Houston and Dallas. I'm going to start looking at them tomorrow and see what we come up with. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at them for a few days here and there and see what we can come up with for them. All right, I appreciate y'all. Y'all see how you can support the podcast. Listen, I need everybody on here. If you're on Facebook, let me see how many people I got on Facebook right now. My partner Joe on here. Joe Ford, what's up, man? My classmate is on here. Everybody that's on here. Jake the Snake, I see you, man. Jake the Snake is in the building. What's going on? Appreciate y'all. All y'all people that's watching me on everywhere. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube page, can you do that for me? Can you do that? Can you do that for me? Do me a favor. It ain't gonna cost you nothing but just a couple seconds. Just a couple of seconds is all it's gonna cost you. Can you go to the Big Time Show on YouTube? Find the one. There's a couple of them on there. I'm about to trademark and stuff. That's what I'm gonna have to do. But find the one that's got something similar to the logo that you see here. You can see the logo. This is gonna be in a black and white. Go to that page and subscribe to it real quick. That's all you got to do. Ain't gonna cost you nothing. If you're on Facebook, I would appreciate that. If you're on YouTube right now and you haven't subscribed, why don't you do that for me? The Lunatic, if you haven't subscribed, brother, I would appreciate you so much if you would subscribe to the show. I'm trying to reach my goal on there, and I can't do it without you. And I sure would appreciate you if you would give me the chance, or let me just earn your subscription if you can. I would appreciate that. Brian, what's up, man? That's my guy. We finna get out of here now. I'll see you guys this Saturday. We did it again. Another show down in the books as we celebrate another dominant Cowboy win. We all can smile a little bit better, go to sleep tonight. A lot of us didn't have to take the blood pressure medications. A lot of us didn't drink last night. We went to bed peacefully. You understand? We went to bed with a smile on our face as the Cowboys took us to bed happy and made a statement in front of the whole world. With everybody watching, they put on a show for us. That's what we're talking about, y'all. That's how you're supposed to do it. I love it. What about you? Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all hanging with me. I'm getting out of here right now. Put your hands together as y'all already, some of you already have. If you're on Podbean, put your hands together. Miss Ty, I see you already cranking it up. So I see Brian has done it. Everybody, put your hands together because y'all know how we get out of here. We get out of here grooving. Y'all know that. You know I got to make you dance. I got to make your head bob when we go out of here with this smooth jazz that I got for you. And that's because that's me. I'm older. Y'all know what I'm saying? I ain't young. I know some of y'all want to hear the hip hop beats. So listen, I'm old. I'm almost 50. You understand? I don't know nothing about this high beats and all that. I ain't knocking it. I'm just saying that just ain't me. I'm smooth. You see? Y'all don't believe me, do you? Okay. Y'all don't believe me? Watch this. If you don't leave, I bet your head gonna move. Watch this, y'all. I see y'all Saturday at 7 o'clock. Cause some of y'all don't believe it. Some of y'all don't believe it. I'm out of here now. I got to prove my point. Is y'all clapping your hands already? Brian said, I am 50. I'll be 50 in February. I will be 50 in February. So I'm cut like this. I can't do it. I can't do all this high beats and all that. I'm older. I'm a preacher of the gospel too. I ain't got time for all that kind of stuff. But I got time for my jazz. Saturday at 3 p.m. You're gonna hear this same music. And you bob your head now. I need you to bob your head on Saturday like you finna do right now. Because this is the Big Time Show. Now bob your head. Can you hear me, Podbean? Woo! Smoke. My main Smoke. Appreciate you, bitch. Ty, I see you. Y'all think they bobbing their head over there in Facebook and YouTube land. I believe they are. Woo! You did tell me TCU gonna win, but guess what? They're going against my boy Smoke. The Wolverines of Michigan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're gonna handle TCU. I love it. I see y'all at 3 p.m. Yeah. Now, you know what time it is, Podbean. See, when you're on Podbean, this is the original home. You understand? You understand, Smoke? This is the original home of the podcast. And because this is the original home, I feel like that the home ought to get, as we say down here in the South, just a little bit more. I just feel like, yeah, Smoke. See, I just need everybody in the house just say a little bit more. Thank you, Miss Ty. I mean, this is the home, so just a little bit more. This right here is for the people in the back. Just for the people in the back. We can't let the people in the front have it all the time. Let the people in the back get it. Yes, sir. I'll see y'all Saturday, 3 p.m. The Big Time Show. The one and only.